This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, August 15th. First up, the danger of rising podload. Oxford Road has published a new report looking into the impact of increasing ad load on podcasts. Historically, podcasting has gone for quality over quantity, supporting a significantly lower ad load than traditional mediums like television or radio. Oxford Road and Podscribe collaborated over H1 of this year to observe 164 advertisers across 1,300 shows, tracking impressions compared to percentage of ad load. The study found a 10% decline in response, plus a 12% cost per purchase increase when going from podcast episodes with a 6% ad load to a 10% ad load. The suggested sweet spot for podcasts is 2 minutes of mid-roll ad per hour of podcast, plus 60-second pre-rolls and post-roll spots, ideally endorsed or introduced by the host. Next up, Chartable Download Analytics dashboard is down. According to multiple sources, Chartable's prefix download analytics have not been accessible since this Monday. Customer support has communicated daily since the incident that it will be back soon. Chartable's Smart Promo and Smart Links continue to work, both of which require prefix download data to work. This suggests the data is still being collected as normal, users just can't access it. An integration between Chartable and Megaphone has been promised in the past, but has yet to be implemented, and Chartable remains one of the Spotify properties that has not recertified with the IAB. Next up, streaming services see year-over-year growth, with music, podcasts, and audiobooks driving engagement. Kantar has released their latest entertainment on demand data for global music streaming. In Q2, YouTube Music was the most adopted music streaming service. Podcasts and audiobooks are cited as significant factors driving adoption rates for music streaming services. 29% of surveyed streaming audiences consider podcasts an important part of their life, a 3% increase from Kantar's study last year. Next up, interactive CTV ads drive higher engagement but not purchases. A new study from Brightline looks at interactive connected TV ads, that's CTV ads that range from a QR code that leads to a branded game to clickable buy links on screen. The study finds the interactive ads outperform standard video ads on aided recall, but 95% of respondents said they preferred to manually add items to shopping carts, and 60% of respondents wished to do more research before buying. A recurring complaint in podcast advertising is a lack of interactability to podcast ads, with a lack of clickable links or comments. Studies like Brightline suggest the grass is not always greener, and interactive elements in ads are not a magic bullet for conversions. And finally, a dispatch from the White House's first Creator Conference. Yesterday, the Biden administration held its first Creator Economy Conference at the White House in Washington, D.C. The guest list of 100 included talent managers, social media influencers, and SAG-AFTRA's Director of Contract Strategic Initiatives and Podcasts. Influencer marketing, including podcasting, has grown to the point it is now a legitimate part of political campaign strategy, which benefits both podcast publishers and advertisers alike. As for the rest of the news, Audacia Audio plans to partner with AI audio studio Wondercraft to expand its ad production internationally. Libsyn and Barometer are partnering on a brand safety initiative, as Libsyn Ads reports host-read ads grew 24% year over year for H1. Edison presents the top 50 podcasts for the US in Q2. Red Circle is set to launch OpenRAP, an automated host-read ad platform. Sinclair Broadcast Group is expanding its podcast division, and frequent audio advertiser ZipRecruiter is set to launch its own podcast this year. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Newton Shuttlecotti, myself, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.